and this is actually a big opinion change from a few years ago. I do think he should be, and even Ric Flair said this, should be Ric Flair's record. What I personally would like to do, see set up as for the feud with Karrion Kross, is for him to pull off kind of like what Kenny Omega is doing, with the whole basically cleaner gimmick of taking all the titles, where Cena doesn't just win the Universal title, he wins the WWE title, and then he tries to go after the NXT title because that's the title he hasn't won before, and that's where he ends up in the feud with Karrion Kross, where Karrion Kross beats him. But that's just where I would try to set it up for.
Okay. Oh, I said it's seeing it. It's just he's like I said, he's special person, not special, he's a special character. You're trying to protect that, and I understand that, and it's just that he's the best. It's like he's the Babe Ruth of wrestling. I mean, and I understand he's protecting that, and of course, Vince is seeing it probably as, hey, why should we have you on here every month, every week, or every number of months? I know he's been over a year now since we see him in the ring, but he's early 40s, 40 or 44 actually.
I think so. Let me double check.
It's like
I don't know how anyone can know his age when no one can see him.
Yeah.
He's 43. He turns 44 on my son's birthday.
Cool. The thing is, I totally agree with what he's doing. I mean, here you are. I mean, you're that age. You still got life to go. You still can make money instead of going out and beat up your body for whatever money that the guarantee was, and of course, person dies, etc. If you can make your money, you already made your career at such a young age. Why put more out there? It's like, and I understand that. It's nice for him to make more appearances, but I get it, but it's, it'd be nice to see him around, but he's a special attraction. That's what he is. And it's not, huh?
I would like to address the fact that he has two middle names and one of them is Felix.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that before. He has two middle names.
But it's Felix. One of them is Felix.
Yeah.
So weird.
Why is it weird?
The only other place I've seen the name Felix is Felix the Cat.
Yes, Felix Younger. Or was that from The Odd Couple?
Okay, so we're talking about something from the 50s.
Well, you just named off something. That's what I was saying about something else.
Felix is such an odd middle name. But yeah, I don't know. I would like to see it, and I do see there's a correlation between Kross and him because Kross does a lot of TikTok time related stuff, and John Cena's music says your time is up, my time is now. So.
Yeah, but I don't. And in your unbiased opinion, do you think Karrion Kross is ready for John Cena? Now, I don't mean in ring ability. I'm talking about.
No. This would have to be delayed by a few months at least to keep building Karrion Kross because Karrion Kross just came back from injury.
I think it's more than a few months, honestly. It needs one more time to get himself a little more developed. But as far as his name, that's what I was getting at. I just think it's time to go. It's time away from now. But Cena comes back. Let's just say he comes back next week. We can name off people he could feud with. But what's he gonna do? His best. He can have something going on with KO, but he's seen as a face, so it's KO. He got something going on with Roman Reigns, but I don't say that. But until Roman Reigns, what's he going to battle for the title? It's would be cool. I'm not saying it would be cool to have him and Reigns go at it again. I would love to see that, honestly. And Reigns is if you want to see the record being broken, I think that'd be a great way to break it. But of course, you're going to have that. Cena getting bashed. Oh, it's all about Cena. Cena did this. Cena did that. So Cena's burying another person. You're going to hear that again. So it's like, he can't win for losing.
Well, it's kind of a weird predicament for him to be in because again, the only way it would work is if he does the Kenny Omega cleaner gimmick, and he would have to be heel for that.
And ain't going to happen. If it does happen, it's stupid.
Well, the only way you can be a cleaner like Kenny Omega is if you are a heel.
Well, you don't need to be that. I mean, you don't need to be clean.
But I think it would be the best way to set him up in a feud with NXT because there's no other reason why he would go down and face Karrion Kross in NXT.
I just don't see that happening.
Unless he cuts a promo that that's the only title he hasn't won. Because
I'm hearing you. I just don't see the.
Well, did he win? Did he win the Intercontinental title? Because I know he won the U.S. He's won the U.S.
No, he never won the IC title. Never has.
Yeah, so I guess he could come back and try to get the IC title, the Cruiserweight title, and the NXT title.
Oh yeah, Cruiserweight title fits him just fine.
Well, I mean, he could do what Eric Young did and win the women's tag team title.
See, I've seen that too.
Honestly, that would be really, really funny. He can be Joanna Cena.
Joanna Cena. And that's the reality check, huh?
Be Joanna Cena and
Joanna Cena. Oh God, Lord have
mercy. He was Juan Cena for a while.
I remember Eric Young doing that. I remember Santino Marella doing that.
Well, he was Santina.
Oh, you said Eric Young won a women's title?
Yeah, he did. We won the women's tag team title with ODB.
Oh, I don't remember. Yeah, that's right. I thought I was talking about WWE, not TNA.
No, TNA. He did. That's when he was the crazy gimmick, and he would rev up and then take off his shorts and be in trunks.
Oh yeah, that's we were talking about WWE. Is why I was saying that.
No. WWE wasted Eric Young. Eric Young would literally do anything to entertain people, and
I know that was as we always say, they don't do it always right over there up in New York, but hey, it is what it is. There's reasons for everything, but not always reasons are always good. So that's all I can say about that. But with Cena, it's going to be to take a special character. I mean, he could feud with Bobby Lashley, but honestly, I don't see that happening as like the reason behind him coming in and taking Lashley's title. I don't see is right now trying to build Lashley up even more. And I think if he's going to come back and win a title, it's got to be against Reigns. And
do you think they're building up Lashley to basically make it a bigger deal when Drew beats him again?
I would say that would be a fair assumption. That'd be a fair deal. I mean, if you're going to build them up as big as you can, because we talked about a number of times how they don't have somebody else besides Roman Reigns, besides Drew McIntyre on Raw at least, and there's not many people even on SmackDown really. It'd be good for him to build Lashley for a while. They need to, because they need to make more stars. I'm not saying that Lashley's not a star. I'm just saying that he is not that level, and it's not saying he's bad, just the way it's been booked and so forth, so on. But I think they're building him up for also for the roster, but also possibly for Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre beats him last at Backlash. It's kind of like, okay, what was the bigger point? So it's like I honestly thought when they had a triple threat match, okay, this might be Braun's moment to win, but I it was hard to decide because Braun okay, we can give him more time so he can win the title because we're still building up Lashley, and Lashley versus Orton. Wouldn't make any sense. So I guess you're gonna say Drew McIntyre. So they're not. They need to bring in some more people. Honestly,
they do. They don't have the depth. Well, I don't know if they don't have enough people built up is the problem, because they have people there that are really could possibly be in the main event
I'm not disagreeing with that either. I mean, I still think my thought. We just talked about on JR's podcast. Miz is not a respected champion. He just doesn't have that respect as it. So I mean, I like it. Miz as champion. I think he does fine, but they're not going that way. And there's other people too, obviously. But another guy I think that would be great. I mean, not against the big guys, what they've been doing recently, but I think another guy would be great to bring up even better, much stronger would be Ricochet. My only opinion. But he's one of the guys on the Raw roster. That'd be great. Who else you got?
Well, is he on Raw or SmackDown? Bobby Roode, is he on Raw or SmackDown? I think he's on SmackDown.
Oh, Bobby Roode, he's on SmackDown.
SmackDown, the Profits just wrestled for the title.
Yeah, he's on SmackDown with Ziggler. Yeah, I think they had their chance a while back with Roode making him something big. Honestly, they didn't pull the trigger on that one yet. Whenever that time comes, if it does come. But yeah, we've been talking about that for a long time. But you know,
who is on the Raw roster?
I wish I could tell you right now. That's in that level, or at least period.
Well, you have AJ Styles. I know he's there. You got Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton.
AJ, I don't know what they're going
Braun Strowman.
Do with him in the future. You know, I mean, they have him with the tag team titles right now. That's fine, but as far as being the world title picture, though.
Let's see: Cedric Alexander, Damian Priest, Drew Gulak, Elias, Humberto Carrillo, Jeff Hardy, Jinder Mahal, Keith Lee. Well, Keith Lee should be there, but I know he's injured right now. Kofi Kingston, Mustafa Ali, MVP, Randy Orton, almost, which is with or Omos, or however you say his name, with AJ. Ricochet, I don't know who Riddick Moss is. Riddle, Matt Riddle, Sheamus, Shelton Benjamin, Titus O'Neil, and Xavier.
You said a name about a minute ago. I wish I would have remembered what name you said. I would have.
Randy Orton, Ricochet, Riddick Moss, Riddle, Sheamus, Shelton.
Who's the first name you said?
Randy Orton.
No, one of the first.
One of the first. Angel Garza, Bobby Lashley, Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt, Cedric Alexander, Damian Priest, Drew Gulak, Drew McIntyre, Elias, Humberto Carrillo, Jeff Hardy, Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal. I know people think of him as a joke, especially when he was WWE champion. I think he made a good champion, honestly. I know people, oh, yeah, right. No, I think he made a good champion. I really do think it. Right now, he wouldn't be. He'd be built up a little more, obviously, right now. But if there was a face champion, say if Drew McIntyre was champion, I know Jinder Mahal is not taken seriously. I had no problem with him being champion. I thought he did great.
Where they screwed up is they made it out of nowhere. If they built it up where he was just beating people left and right in the beginning, like to slowly build up to the title, people would have been behind it. It would have been like a Daniel Bryan thing where underdog finally got the chance and got to prove himself.
I think it was fine like that, but I think it made better with him being a heel, though, honestly. But I know but just like you said, when they did it out of nowhere, he was already a joke. I'm like, to me, I was still into his title reign, but like they didn't make him a little more impactful. But I didn't need for him to be this.
Because it came out basically, he lost the match the previous week by I think he lost to a lower card guy. That's the problem. And because he's injured right now, if he made a comeback and started winning, even if he's brutal heel, people would buy into it.
Oh yeah, I mean I would. I know there's some people that won't buy into it because of the way he's even booked. But I mean, like, I just feel like he could draw on the deal, and I don't want to be him being a face and he's climbing a mountain back as the underdog. So I don't want that. I personally don't want that.
He should definitely climb the mountain, but he won't be a face. If he climbs the mountain and is just brutal, he will be a heel.
Yeah, I can see him coming out like, hey, they haven't given me a chance, and blah, blah, I'm going to beat everybody's ass, something like that. That's fine, but it's just I don't want to be the underdog baby face. I personally don't want it. It's fine if they do whatever they decide to do. If
he cuts a promo going for it, he's just going to be like, I'm gonna get back to the world champion, and because you guys didn't believe in me, you did not have faith in me, and I'm going to make every one of you pay for that.
That's
do
fine.
Something like that. And then honestly, like once he gets to, like, let's say we do that for a few months, and at that point Drew is the title holder, you just basically come up to Drew and he goes, let's see who the best one between us is. You didn't keep in contact with me when I was out injured.